Hello, fellow YouTubers, UWC Stop Motioner here, and this has finally arrived, Ironhide and Prowl. I'm so excited. This thing got delayed. They said it wasn't coming until January 27th, and then I just got a notice yesterday it was coming, and this thing looks so awesome. I can't even wait any longer to open it. Just, here's packaging, really cool artwork. Alright, now, I've got to get this thing open. I'll do a live opening. Let's see. Not live, but you know what I mean. Just gimme. Open! Open! Here we go. Oh, yes. Here they are. They look so epic. Alright. Alright, so I've got them here out of the box, and I've played with them a little bit, and this is a really cool 2-pack. I'd say it was worth the wait. These are both really good figures. Ironhide has a few flaws. Prowl has a few flaws too, but not as bad. Not as many. So I'll go and start with him. Now, Ironhide was the one I was looking forward to the most, but I did see Prowl looks a little bit more solid as a figure. Anyway, this is a really, really awesome car mode. I didn't get Siege Prowl, and I'm honestly kind of glad I didn't because, I was able to get this one, and I gotta say, this is an awesome vehicle mode. It does look like the Datsun. You can remove this thing, like with the Siege barricade. I don't know why I do that, though. Only thing about it is that the gun doesn't really look quite right. I've noticed that with Earthrise, the Earth vehicles do not look as good with weapons mounted on them as they did with Siege, because they were Cybertronian vehicle modes. It says police on the side and everything. This is pretty great Prowl. I like it. Comparison here is Siege Blue Streak. You can see similarities between them, but just for fun, here's animated Prowl. Just two different versions of the character, and his Decepticon counterpart Barricade. I'm gonna test this now that while I'm doing this. See if, yeah, these fit in here. It's too bad that they didn't include shoulder cannons with Prowl. I know it's not accurate to the cartoon, but it wouldn't be at any disadvantage if people really did not want the shoulder cannons. They just wouldn't have to put them on. So that's kind of a shame. Anyway, Prowl, thumbs up here. Now we're going to move on to Ironhide. Now, Ironhide's vehicle mode, it's flawed. I'll admit that it's flawed. But it's definitely not as bad for me in hand personally than I thought it was going to be. In the back, you got the feet here. See, on the Cybertronian version, that worked better because it was kind of like rockets. But here, it doesn't work as well. They could have done something a little bit better. Now, the windows, very uneven. That's kind of a problem. Fortunately, it's not as gappy as I thought it was going to be, and from the front it looks cool. Got his gun. It can be stored inside here. It's a little tricky, though. But really, one thing that bugs me, I don't know why they made this so dark. It's like almost maroon. I don't know why they did that. For some comparisons, here's Classics Ironhide, who I reviewed a couple weeks ago. Yeah, this guy is definitely better. Here's course, his girlfriend, Chromia. Waiting a while to put these two back together, so that's cool. And then here's Ratchet. You know, these two are pretty much the same molds, and I want to talk more about Ratchet there in a minute. And then the other old Autobot war veteran, Cup. Okay, so one thing I know about the Siege Ironhide was that these things would fold out and have a tendency to pop off. Siege Ratchet was a retool of that, and they fixed it. I really had to, it's not easy to remove it. I have to kind of pull these apart a little bit, and then I need to pull this out if I wanted to. But then with this, it just comes right off. So I don't really know why they didn't fix that, but still, if you're careful, it can be avoided. So overall, both pretty good vehicle modes. So now we're going to get into the transformation. I'm going to start off with Prowl. So to start off with the transformation, just remove this gun. Alright, now the doors can be a little bit annoying to get open. You have to pull the arms out first. That's definitely something I recommend so you can get in there more easily and separate them. You can pull this down. Then you want to come here and pull this out. Alright, now you just want to, okay. Well, first you can pull the arms out. I'm a little bit nervous about this windshield part because there was one YouTuber who had the Earthrise blue streak and this part broke, so I'm trying to be careful with him. Okay, there we go. That's all good. Now you want to separate the legs. You want to pull these down. Why? I don't really know, but still. Okay. Now you want to turn the head around. You want to pop this part down, which can be a little bit tricky, but it can be convinced. Now you want to fold this down. Take this. And then you just fold this down here. Now, this part can be a little bit annoying because these shoulders are supposed to tab in, and the right one tabs in just fine, but for some reason the left one doesn't always like to tab in as well. But either way, get him into his robot mode, and I really like the look of this robot mode. He holds his gun very well, very tightly. The head sculpt is not 100% accurate. It's, I forget which mold was first, but it really does look more like Blue Streak. Not Ironhide. Prowl and Blue Streak do have slightly different heads, I think, in the original cartoon. But still, this robot mode is really good. I like it. So, comparison, here's Siege Blue Streak. These two look really cool together. Next, we got, again, the evil Prowl Barricade. And the very different animated Prowl, who isn't really wanting to stand right now. So, yeah, that's Prowl in his robot mode. So now, we can get into Ironhide's transformation. Okay, so to start off, just want to remove this gun. Now you want to pull this out and see if you can do it without popping them off, which is possible if you just, kind of hold that part down. They flop back very easily. Then you want to fold this out. This part makes you a little bit nervous because it's translucent plastic. It's just kind of on a pin. You really don't want that to break. You want to fold this up. Then you can remove this part right here. You just take it. I'm not really going to go into the platform mode because it just doesn't. No, it doesn't really work. It's more like a surfboard. Now, I don't have any room because I've got this desk just full of Autobots that I'm using for comparisons. Okay, now you want to untab this. Now it's kind of interesting. The arms seem to tab in more with this than they do with the Siege ratchet. Interestingly enough. Then we just take this, fold this around, and just push it in. You take this, you fold the arms down, and you just flip the head up, and then you tab this into place. And there you got Ironhide in his robot mode. And I gotta say, again, I kind of warmed up to this robot mode. At first, I thought the Siege one looked better because he was way more shiny red. This guy looked more... I don't know, I just didn't like the shade of red as much. But now that I got him, I actually really like it. It looks pretty cool. The head sculpt is really cool. He's got that kind of Spartan mohawk thing going. Yeah, just overall really cool looking robot mode. And you can take this, the part that you removed, and then slide it up like this. You can attach it right here. Earthrise needs to stop with these shields. They're not the right size. They just don't work. I mean, it's not exactly like it doesn't work for Ironhide, because one of the reasons I like Ironhide so much is because he's got all kinds of built-in gadgets and such. But the shield, I don't know, Ironhide just kind of goes in and, just takes the damage. He doesn't really care. But still, it's cool. But really, for robot mode, I just kind of had that separate. So now for some more size comparisons, here's Siege Ratchet. And Ironhide with the mohawk is just barely taller than Siege Ratchet. Can take Cup. They look really cool. Then here's the Classics Ironhide. And yeah, this guy definitely does do the name Ironhide more justice. Now, something I wanted to do real quickly, since I do actually think movie Ironhide did have some cool aesthetics. I thought it would be cool if I took the guns from Earthrise Cliffjumper and then mounted them on his arms. So then, yeah, they're way too small, but still, it's cool if you want to do that. I'm really wanting to see that hybrid of G1 and movie Ironhide. Okay, just let me get Cliffjumper's weapon put back together. I'll do that later. Then you can have his old buddy Optimus Prime. And they look really cool. And then his girlfriend Chromia. Finally reunited after all this time. And she's just going to have to lean up against him. So yeah, that's some really neat stuff you can do. So, overall, I think this 2-pack is a really cool set. I'm very glad that Amazon didn't cancel mine. I'm very sorry to everyone who did get theirs canceled, because this thing's already going for ridiculous prices now. But if you can get it, I really recommend it. Now, if you already have the Siege versions of these guys, maybe you can skip it. I mean, that's the reason one of the reasons I got this was because I don't have the Siege ones, and Siege Ironhide, he's way too much. online. I've learned my lesson now. If there's an Ironhide I see that really looks cool, I'm going to get him while I see him, because it seems like Ironhide really goes up on the aftermarket. And Earthrise Prowl, again, probably the more solid of the two, but you know, these are just both really good figures. I really love this set overall, for sure. Now, let's see if I can get him in here. I think Ironhide might be a little bit too wide with that thing on his shoulder. So I'm going to put Prowl here. So that's my review of the Earthrise, Ironhide, and Prowl 2-pack. Great setup. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I think that just about does it. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And God bless.